My name is Jamie. I served as Marine Corps officer from May of 2000 till July of 2011. The first time I saw treatment in the Marine Corps was actually right when I moved from Okinawa to California. I hated Southern California at first. None of my friends that I was spent 13 months in Okinawa with were with me. It was new things, and I first sought out a counselor because I needed someone to talk to about this. I felt like I didn't fit in with my peers, and it was the first couple of months were a rough adjustment moving back to the United States. Fortunately, I have a strong support system. Talking to my mother, for me, part of it for me is genetic, and talking to my mom about what she's had to go through, and it really sunk in that it is essentially all these things are my brain, and I have to take care of my brain. If I had a broken ankle, people would understand that, and I finally said, I have to take care of myself. The first time, really with depressive symptoms, I was deployed on a ship, and my roommate basically said, you need to see someone. I was sleeping a lot. I wasn't really doing anything, these symptoms, and finally I saw someone, and I was referred to someone while we were ashore in Kuwait. And I look at my record, I'm like, oh, MDD, minor depressive disorder. And the doctor or the therapist, it's like, no, it stands for major. And she explained what was going on. And I worked with her while I was there, and then worked with medical providers on my ship. I had transition problems moving to DC. I had literally come back from a 7-month deployment, moved to the DC, was on a staff job, and as a Marine working in an Air Force command, it was a little different. It was interesting being in a military environment since I was 17 years. I had to work with civilians for the first time, and that was challenging. And just little things would set me off that people in my office would do, and I would get so frustrated, and I wouldn't know how to figure it out. And I think part of it was self-induced stress, and I knew I was transitioning. I knew I was getting out. What do I want to do with my life? And oh my gosh, what's that going to be like? The big unknown. And then part of it was just I was still in and not feeling like I was being used to my potential. I have friends that don't use the VA, but I went, I think about 6 weeks after getting out. I had nothing to do. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go get my VA ID card. And it was great. The woman taking my picture walked me down to the women's clinic. And the woman at the receptionist, she set me up with an appointment to see a provider. And I got referred to see a couple of mental health professionals. And we talked. And I felt 3 months after getting out, I felt more like myself than I had in years before. I think, especially as officers, really hard, Marine Corps officers in particular, really hard on yourself. And that may prevent someone from getting the help they need. And if people see myself, if there's one person that sees this and decides to get help, then it's worth it.